I just want to welcome you to this very important meeting this morning. It's our kickoff for our new grant dealing with landscape management, and I'm so pleased to have such a wonderful turnout this morning. We have a few guests with us early on this morning to kick our meeting off, and I'd like to first start by introducing our president, Dr. Dawn Lindsay.
Thank you, Kip, and I want to say welcome to everyone. It is so wonderful to have everybody around the table, and the interest is obviously out there, showing that the need is out there. We always love having people. We always talk about hosting parties on the campus. It's always nice when we get people to come onto campus and see what a beautiful place we have the opportunity to work in and amazing colleagues to work with. So we very much pride ourselves on partnerships with businesses and local development areas. It's one of our focus points. And it's about finding out what people need and then coming back to the college and addressing those needs. And one of the things about this particular program is there's clearly a need out there, or you wouldn't be sitting around the table helping us kind of plot the path for this. So I want to thank you for that. We're very, very committed to our local businesses. We recently received a grant from we call it the American Association of Community Colleges, the other AACC. And it's specifically designed, I'm going to read it to you, for regional landscaping, nursery, lawn care, and greenhouse wholesale. The goal is to train 150 new and incumbent workers for careers in industry. So we are actively recruiting businesses, and we basically have three things that we really are hoping to attain from you that you'll be willing to share with us this morning. That's providing us with some recommendations about the curriculum. What is it that you need from your workers that we need to develop and include into our curriculum? Refer and potentially enroll your current employees into the apprenticeship program, and then assist us by providing paid apprenticeship opportunities for program participants. I remember when I graduated from college, I had an advisor who said, it's great that you've got all this book knowledge, but now if you listen to me, I'm going to teach you about the real world and how it really works, because theory in books and theory and practice are very, very different. So I really want to thank you for taking the time to join us today. I think the information is going to be very valuable, and we are very much looking forward to hearing what it is that you can advise and share with us. So thank you.
I'm excited that you all are here today. I really don't have much more to add to what Dr. Lindsay had said, except for that we are really looking forward to having curriculum developed in this area, as it's a new area for Arundel Community College. We, as Dr. Lindsay had noted, we take pride in establishing relationships with businesses and filling workforce needs as the general work that we do. We also are trying to build new apprenticeship programs, and this will be one of the ones that we're going to be focusing on with your help. And the program that we're looking to develop is about 2,000 hours of training with documentation of that same work that students/apprentices would have to do in order to gain the credentials necessary. And we are looking forward to this collaboration with all of you, and hope to have a lot of input from you in order to deliver what you need to have for your workers in the future. Thank you.
All right, now we're going to get to the meat of things. I'm Dawn Carter. I'm the Director of Strategic Initiatives, and my office will be spearheading this effort and seeing it through its fruition. The buck stops here. We're going to give you one point of contact. You call me. I will deal with you and your students, the apprentices. I'll answer all your questions. Besides the great reputation of our college, a little bit of my background, I grew up on a 165-acre farm between Rochester and Buffalo, New York, and then when I was about 21, I went into the Air Force, and about that time, my parents took 20 acres and made a par 3 9-hole golf course. So talk about the different pesticides, herbicides, the different grasses, so I can speak your language, okay? So I'm one of you. As President Lindsay alluded to, this is a grant. The grant money will pay for course development and the instructional costs behind the different cohorts of apprentices going through the program. What we're going to ask many things of you. The only monetary thing is $400, and basically that's for the textbooks for the apprentices. And the advantages, you're going to have a skilled up workforce. This is going to allow you to retain employees, reduce turnover, and a higher productivity. For the workers, increased skills, higher wages. They're going to have Maryland, State of Maryland apprentice certification and career advancement. And we're going to focus on the skills needed by the landscape technician in maintenance, installation, and irrigation. And we're going to, as we develop the curriculum, we're going to reach out to you. Hopefully, some of you will be interested in looking over our curriculum before we roll it out. That would be amazing. The textbooks and the meat of the program curriculum comes from the National Association of Landscape Professionals. On-the-job training, we're going to document 2,000 hours, and there's 17 different areas, I believe, but the main headers are turf maintenance, landscape plan maintenance, chemicals, operations, installation, and irrigation. As a business partner, we hope to have all of you as business partners. We look to you to hire new employees or select incumbent workers for this program. Provide the documents on the job training. So what we've created, it's online. So no more papers. You just go online and fill out some questions, weekly or bi-weekly. So we're trying to make it as easy on you as possible to document the on-the-job training, which is great. We need you to identify a mentor to work with each apprentice. And we've spoken to, I think, 5 companies, and we've created a pay progression scale. So as they are trained up in hours and the instructional time, that their pay will increase incrementally. All the paperwork of the apprentices come through me, and I'll make sure, I'll work with you to make sure we get all the documents. You'll provide the on-the-job training. As I mentioned, it's $400, and that basically covers the textbooks, and will help you promote this program in your area. Just because Arundel Community College is in Anne Arundel County, we will reach out to your communities and your workforce development corporations to recruit individuals that would be interested in this line of work. So you're not alone. We're right there with you. And a big thing is Maryland employers may be eligible to claim a $1,000 tax credit for each apprentice. So I thought that was an awesome incentive. This is the first time our college will be a sponsor of an apprenticeship. So we collect all the documentation, we communicate with the state of Maryland, we are the go-between for you. We'll work with you to set up your different apprentices, and as I said, we'll help you monitor, recruit, all that good stuff. We're there right with you. Market the program. The instruction. Alexis will get more into the instruction. Part of the instruction is face-to-face. We're going to come to you. Once again, just because we are located here, we are going to find a location that is convenient, say, for the businesses are in the northern part of Maryland and the southern part of Maryland. The face-to-face instruction, we're going to find a common place that everyone can agree to in that region. Oh, and then the core of it, the instruction will be online, so, which is pretty amazing. The Maryland Apprenticeship and Training Program, I will liaison with them as far as all the paperwork, getting the apprenticeship blessed by them, and we will submit the request for certification for the completers. The candidate application package, this is just a list of items that will be in it. I will help you, assist you, getting all this information together, gathering it for the student. And then your part of the application will be the contact information form. Who do you want me to speak to in your business as far as the apprenticeship program? The employer acceptance agreement, you're agreeing to the policies and procedures and the standards of apprentice, which everyone will get a copy of once it's blessed. And then employer acceptance supplemental form. This is information that about how many workers you have as technicians and how many minorities and how many are women, because I'm going to take that information and add it all up and include it in our application to the state. So that is something that is timely. And our instruction will probably begin February or March. So if the numbers, if you choose to participate, which we hope you do, and if you give me numbers this month and if they change in February or March, that's fine. We just submit different paperwork. That's fine, not a problem. Like I said, we'll go over this more in depth, one-on-one.
Hello, I'm Alexis Gietler. I'm a curriculum specialist here at Arundel Community College, and I have been working to really digest the materials that we have from now and to look at how we can translate those materials to make sure that students are successful in the courses that we are designing. So I want to talk a little bit about the courses and also about how we would like to customize the courses so that they really meet the needs of Maryland companies and employers. So the curriculum is designed to be 213 hours of instructional time. Some of that is time that students are working on their own, but also time that they're working with teachers in a live venue and in online course spaces. It's delivered over an 8-month time span. We have a face-to-face communication section and then also a student orientation that's face-to-face. We know a lot of your students might not be familiar with online learning. So we have built in time to help them to get familiar with that format. And that's also really important because I'm sure that you guys know that a lot of professional training in different fields is going online. So as they advance through their career, they're more than likely going to need to be able to access online information to keep up to date in your industry. So it will be concurrent with on-the-job training. We have expected this material to take 6 to 8 hours per week outside of work hours. So we're trying to plan it for about 6 hours, but we know that some learners may take a little bit more time. We are trying to be sensitive to the fact that you also need them on the job and rested, and that your workers, your employees, have other life roles that they need to do. The text materials are designed by now. They're fantastic. They are very accessible. They have lots of images, lots of step-by-step instructions, and practices in things like reading labels of pesticides that your employees need in order for safety. There's also a focus on safe practices and PPE throughout the book. The courses will be facilitated by qualified instructors. We are looking for people who have direct experience in the industry. So you won't have me, who I have a little bit of experience as a proud 4-H'er from Cecil County with doing this type of material, but I'm not an expert in landscape. So we're looking for people who have that expertise and can convey that to your employees. It does require access to a computer with internet, and this access could be at the job site, could be at their homes, it could be at AACC. If you're close to this area, we have computer labs for our students, and public libraries often also provide that kind of access. So that is one thing to keep in mind, that your students will have to access online content. So these are just what our books look like. We have a book that focuses on maintenance, irrigation, and installation. Those are our 3 main components that are directly related to knowledge of the green industry. There's also a landscape tree and shrub maintenance guide and turf grass problems. And then they also provide this safety tailgate training manual that provides ways to have conversations with your employees about safe topics. We'll be including some of those in the course, and I believe you guys will also have access to those conversations as they become things that you need to train your employees on in the field. We do have the option that 3 of these books, the main books, are available in English and Spanish. So we do know that we probably will have people that speak a variety of languages. However, we do intend to offer choice to students to use the text in the language that is most comfortable because they will be online. Just to see what our curriculum looks like, so we have 2 main components. We have an apprentice development component. That's going to be communication. So People who are not native English speakers will have ESL, English as a second language, and that will help with both verbal and written communication, as well as reading. There will be also a component that if someone is a native speaker of English, they will have Spanish language. So we're trying to build communication and communication skills. We know even for our English speakers, they will have clients who speak Spanish. So we need to make sure that everyone can communicate across the industry. There's also a career development component where we're working on dependability, teamwork, customer service, adaptability, professionalism, and these are things that various industries have told us are really necessary for your employees to be successful, beyond the technical skills. We want to build that in. We're going to teach it up front and then build it in throughout the courses. There's also student skills. Like I said, we know that your students might not be familiar with the online environment and online learning, so we want to make sure that they're successful by training them to communicate in that environment. As far as technical instruction, we have it built into 4 course components. These will go alongside the apprentice development. So currently for certain sections, we have it 3 hours in one and 3 hours in the other. They're going to work on landscape plans, plan reading, and mathematical calculations from those plans. We will be looking for and soliciting actual plans that you give your landscape crews to know what to do in certain areas and asking them to be able to make estimates. Landscape management, things like first aid and safety, maintenance, equipment operations, equipment maintenance, and actually being able to do those landscape maintenance procedures. So we have components both for turf and for trees and shrubs. There's irrigation as well. That is a separate section that's focused on plan reading and basic troubleshooting of irrigation systems. Construction, hardscaping, again, knowing what the process of surveying, grading is, having an idea of different hardscapes and what kinds of maintenance specialty features such as water will need. So again, this is all comes out together to be about 213 hours of instruction. This technical instruction side is pretty much online, whereas the apprentice development is, a lot of it is face-to-face. That allows us to really help your students get familiar with the program and familiar with us. Throughout the program, your employees will be earning badges. These badges mean that they have completed a specific level of training. So they have risen to a level of skill that will earn a specific badge. Badging might not be a very familiar concept within the landscaping industry, but it's rising throughout all kinds of trades. It's becoming more and more common. The purpose of this is to be able to communicate to you what they know, and additionally, if they should move to a different part of the state, what to new employers, types of training they've had. It also serves as a motivational tool to rise just above the minimum level of understanding the content to being really masterful with the things that we've taught them. Now, throughout the program, when we are designing this, we are going to be asking for your help. I want to know, our now curriculum is national. What do your employees in Maryland need? How can we customize it for your needs and what they need to be successful here? We are hoping to move basically employees that are new or who have just been kind of moving along in your industry and in your company to being able to be employees that you can trust to go out and make decisions on their own and lead teams.